everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing this very cute Heartfelt Highland cow tutorial with you, perfect for Valentine's Day. I'll walk you through each step, so whether you're a beginner or experienced in felting, you can create your own cutie. The materials list is on the screen, so grab your wool, needles, and let's get started. Let's grab some white carded wool. We're going to use this for the base. The measurements are up on the screen here in inches. And we'll just grab our multi-needle tool. Just fastens the process, but don't worry if you've only just got one needle, you can use that too. So we're going to roll the carded wool up into a cylindrical shape and start felting it into place. So we're just felting around, making sure that we are creating a firm shape with the multi-needle tool. We will make it into a round ball soon, but this is just to put all the fibers together at this point. So just folding in the sides there, taking your time and having a look to see how the shape is coming together. And while you're felting, just take some time to relax, listen to some nice music if you like. Needle felting can be quite relaxing, but it does take a little bit of patience, but it is quite therapeutic once you get used to the rhythm. So this step will take around about 10 or so minutes to complete, but it should look a bit like this, little round ball. I'm just going to add a little bit more carded wool. Not too much, I just want to ensure that the shape is completely rounded and thick enough for the body, so I will give you measurements soon. So once we've felted the base, we're just going to double check the firmness. A well felted project should hold its shape and have minimal squish when you press it. So we'll just have a measurement here. It's around about 2 inches. So now we're going to grab some colour. Now you can choose any colour you like, but I'm using the chestnut chap felting wool from the wool room. It's a very beautiful colour and it does remind me of the Highland cows out in the field that I met recently. So we're going to wrap that around the ball using the multi-needle tool. Remember to pick out any debris that you find as well, which is normal. Just want to remove it to make sure that it doesn't damage your needle. So we're just using the chestnut coloured carded wool to cover the round base. And we want to make sure that no white parts are showing. So we'll just felt that around with a multi-needle tool. Make sure that your fingers are out of the way. If you are a beginner, I do recommend finger guards, just in case. Now, if you're enjoying the tutorial so far, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. Your support really means a lot and encourages me to make cute tutorials just like this one. Once we've added our colour with the multi-needle tool, we're going to give it a quick measurement. It'll be 3 inches round. Going to grab our 38 star needle and we're going to take a little bit of time, around about 10 to 15 minutes or so, to firmly felt around the ball. So this will create a smooth effect and it definitely is worth the time doing. So make sure that you're felting around firmly. I'm just showing you there what the difference is between felting firmly and the wool we have left to felt. So grab a nice hot drink of your choice and just relax and felt along with me. By now you should have the colour firmly felted onto the body of your Highland cow. The measurements up on the screen there. It's looking good, I'm happy with that. So we're going to move on to the head of the Highland cow. Just going to grab some base carded wool here. Measurements again up on the screen. And like we did with the body, we're just going to roll the carded wool firmly into a cylindrical or ball shape with our fingers. And next we'll grab our multi-needle tool just to start felting that into place. Now just adding a little bit of wool here because it looked a bit small to me, so just comparing it to the body of the Highland cow, making sure the head's not too large before we start felting it in with the multi-needle tool. So we're just felting that around, and again we don't want to lose the rounded shape, so make sure all the edges are smooth and you take your time to felt around. Obviously this is sped up a little bit for you. Once that's roughly felted into place, I'll give you a measurement of 2 inches there. And we're going to grab some colour. So again with the chestnut carded wool, I'm going to wrap that around the ball and make sure that no white underneath is showing through. So just using the multi-needle tool here, we don't need to make it quite smooth just yet. We're just focusing on getting the colour on first. Once we've got the colour on for the head of your Highland cow, quick measurement is 2 inches. We're going to grab our 38 star needle, and like we did with the body, we're going to take our time and felt firmly around the Highland cow's head. Again, this will give it a bit of a smooth effect, just showing you the difference between how much the wool decreases once you start felting. So always best to keep that in mind when you're felting a project. Once you're happy with how the head is looking, it's the right size for you, we're going to grab our owl and add the 7mm plastic eyes. Alternatively, you could also felt the eyes in as well if you prefer that. But here I am getting the 7mm plastic eye. I'm going to get some PVA glue. Make sure the PVA glue is clear. I'm going to put just a little bit at the back of the eye here, so when it goes into the wool it will set. So pressing that in, making sure that the eye isn't hanging out of the wool and it's firmly placed. Going to add the other eye now and just gently twisting the owl in. I leave the owl in there while I prep the eye. It just makes it easier when I need to put the eye back in. Just putting that into place there. It's coming together slowly. It's looking quite cute, a little nugget at the moment. The measurement between the eyes is just there as well if you needed that too. But we'll get some beige carded wool soon for the nose. So I've just got a little bit here. You don't need too much when you're creating the nose. Just going to break a bit off there. So it's approximately 2 inches in length and 1 inch wide, but again, you only need a little bit for the nose. So I'm going to roll this into shape, fold it in and felt around. So we're wanting to have an oval shape here for the nose. Depends on what you like, but this is the nose shape I'm going for. Just gently folding in the sides with your needle felt. Just make sure that you're just gently folding it, otherwise use your fingers because we don't want your needle to break. Again, if you're loving this tutorial so far, please like and subscribe. We are just folding in around the nose. Try not to felt too hard, otherwise it might get stuck to the mat, but having a quick look, that's looking cute. I like the size. Wonderful. So the size I have for my nose at the moment is up on the screen there, just over 1 inch. And we're going to felt that into place directly onto your Highland cow's face. We're going to start felting around the edges first. So take your time with this and make sure you don't lose any of the shape. We are just gently felting around so it attaches firmly but gently. Now that you have your nose firmly felted on, still keeping its shape of just over an inch there long and under an inch wide. So make sure it's central to the face and it's felted on nice and neatly. And grab just a really tiny bit of dark brown carded wool, or you could use black alternatively. Just going to put that on for the nostrils, so just a little bit there. Using your 38 star needle, we're going to felt that into place. Face is slowly coming together. He's looking really cute. I like how the nostril's sitting there, so we'll repeat that process for the other side and felt that into place again. Yep, he's looking quite cute. He's looking more like a piggy than a Highland cow right now, but that's okay. We'll bring him together soon with making some ears and then horns afterwards with his curly hairdo. So we're going to grab some chestnut carded wool here for the ears. Measurements up on screen, around 4 inches long here. And going to gently tear that into 2. Make it roughly the same size because they will be for each ear. And we'll grab our multi-needle tool and just start felting lightly. Don't felt too hard into the mat. Again, it will stick to the mat otherwise. Folding in the edges to make it a half oval shape. We'll keep the end fuzzy so it's easier to attach to the head of your Highland cow. Just have a look here. Yep, it's taking shape, so I'm liking the look of that. I'll get my 38 star needle to felt down the other side of the ear just gently. Felt around the edges of your ear so it has a smooth effect, but don't worry if you can't get a smooth effect around the whole of the ear, because we will cut around it with scissors just lightly a bit later. So now that it's a solid ear shape, it's looking good. The measurement for that is just under 2 inches and 1 inch wide. We'll grab our scissors now, and those little fuzzy bits there, we'll just cut that off gently. Just be careful not to cut into your ear. We don't want to lose any of that shape. We're just wanting a smooth effect here. So we'll have to repeat that process for the other side for the ear. Again, felting that into place with the multi-needle tool. Felting in the edges just ever so lightly. And creating a similar shape to the other ear. Making sure also that the thickness of the ear is very similar. That's why we take the same thickness of wool for both sides. Just pulling out a bit of hair there. A bit of straw in the wool, which happens. Again with a 38 star needle, felting the other side of the ear, creating a smooth effect. It's looking good. And get the scissors again and just cutting off those fluffy pieces, fuzzy pieces. People often do ask me, how do you get rid of the fuzzy pieces on your project? This is one of the ways that I do that. It's using scissors. And now that we're happy with the ear, we're going to felt a line down the middle. That will be for the inside of the ear, so we can fold that. Again, if there's extra fuzzy pieces, cut that off. But this is how it will look on your Highland cow. You can have your ears facing forward or any direction that you like, but my Highland cow's ear will be facing down for this project. Grabbing your 38 star needle, we'll just felt that into place. Have a good look of where it will sit on your Highland cow's face. So once you're happy with that, felt that in. Around the sides and the edges of the ear only. We don't want to lose the shape that we've just created for the rest of the ear. So it's looking cute, but he does need his other ear. So we will felt down the line in the middle of the ear, and again that just helps us fold and cutting off the fuzzies. Here we go, and felting that into place. That looks like a good spot, as symmetrical as you can get it. Obviously no project is perfect, but it's always nice to get it how you would like it to be. And felting that into place here. And don't worry if he's got extra fuzzies at the top, we'll just felt that down. It just secures the ears into place. And it will be covered by his hairdo anyway. So don't worry too much about that if you've got a little bit left over. Just felt that in place. He's looking a little bit more like a cow now, but he does need his horns and his little hairdo. Very cute. So now we'll grab some white carded wool and start creating the horns. So I've only got a little bit here. I am gently just twizzling the wool, so to speak, just to stretch it out a little bit. It's 4 inches in length and 1.5 in width. We'll place this onto the mat as we'll felt that into place. Just gently with your multi-needle tool. So I'm just felting a line down the middle, and then I'm going to fold that over, so it just gives the horns a little bit of thickness there, and the ends I will fold in too. Again, you want your horns to be somewhat thick, and just felting in the sides. So take your time with that, just felt lightly. It still kept its length pretty much 4 inches long. So we're just going to gently rip that off the mat. It's looking a little bit hairy, so we're going to transfer some heat from our hands into the wool by rolling it. I find this is a bit of a life hack in regards to creating these little horns. Otherwise you can use pipe cleaners as well. So there's a few options, but this is the quick and easiest way to create horns for the Highland cow in this project. So just transferring that heat into the wool. It's looking pretty good. Perfect length. So we'll add that to the top of the head of the Highland cow with your 38 star needle. Felting that into place just in the middle there. We will leave the ends of the horns obviously so they can stand out, and the hair will cover the middle, so if he's looking a bit funny, don't worry about that. And with those flyaways, the fuzzy flyaways, just cut them just lightly with the scissors so it gives the horns a bit more definition as well. Don't be afraid to twizzle the ends if you need to, or move them around into place. Yes, he's all coming together now. My favorite part of this project is to add his little hairdo. I've just got some really nice light brown yarn. It's quite soft, but you can use any yarn you like and any color you like as well. So we're just getting an approximate length here. His hair pieces will be all different lengths, but to start off with, I'll give you a bit of a measurement so we can work from there. It is just under 2 inches. So we're going to pick this very gently apart, and it will create 3 curly hair strands. and felt that at the top of the head, but just make sure you're happy with how it looks first. Felting that in with your 38 star needle, because we want to get a precise location for where your hair is going to fall. Now we're going to just repeat that process. You can get a bit longer strand if you like. As you can see from my previous Highland cow project next to this one, his hair's all different lengths, so you can really get fun and creative. You can have a big bushy hairdo if you like, or little bits of curly thinned out hair. Make him look very unique. So I'm just felting the ends just into his face so they don't fly away. Again, that's just what I like to do. You can have his hair sitting however you like. And I'm just cutting a little bit too so the hair's not covering his nose. But again, that's just what I prefer. So we'll just repeat the process for the rest of the hair. Okay, so now that that's done and his hair's looking good, we're going to just attach the head to the body here. As you can see, I'm just felting around the sides of the head, attaching it to the body, going all the way around. So take your time with this step and make sure that it's thoroughly attached so we don't have any accidents and it falls off. But I felt through the body. I do a combination of felting through the body and through the head at the same time, so making sure that it covers all bases for it to be firmly attached. Just playing with his hairdo here. He's looking pretty cute. We're going to make sure that his head, just wobble his head around just to see if it firmly stays in place. If it doesn't, it's a good indication that you still need to keep felting around. So I'm definitely being thorough with this step. And now we're going to create this cute little pink heart, and the reason why I've chosen pink is I absolutely love the color, but you could just definitely go with red or even a dark brown. You could really make this your own. So the easiest way I find to make a heart shape, and you don't have a heart shape cookie cutter because obviously that would be the easiest way, just showing you a measurement here, is to get 2 pieces of carded wool and put them together in a heart shape and felt them just lightly into the mat, folding in the edges exactly like we did with the ears. So they're pretty much 2 ears felted together at an angle to create a heart shape. So that's how I create my little love hearts. We want a little bit of thickness to this heart because we want it to be 3D when the Highland cow is holding it, so we don't want to felt too firmly. So it's sitting at 2.5 inches wide, and just under 2 inches in length there. So he's gonna be sitting with the heart in front of him, but the heart size will decrease just a little bit as we felt that into place. So starting off with the middle of the heart, making sure there's a bit of a dip there, and felting all the way around the edges. Again, don't lose the shape. We're just defining the shape around while we're attaching the edges around. So felting in those flyaways as well. And I'm felting in at an angle so the heart puffs out a little bit. That's what I was talking about, a 3D shape before. So just felting that around. Go in at all angles around the edges, felting that inwards. And then once you're happy with the edges, you felt inside the heart as well. We want to make sure that it's firmly attached at the same time. I'm just getting rid of some flyaways. This step takes you around about 5 or so minutes, so just take your time. It's really not a race either way. It's gonna look really cute for Valentine's Day if this is a gift for someone or just something cute and special for yourself. Either way, I thought this was a very nice and fun project. Yep, so we've kept the shape there pretty much, and then defined it on the cow. I mean, it's up to you. You could leave him like that, but I would like to add his little hooves and arms, so make him look like he's holding the heart. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So we're going to get some more chestnut carded wool here. The measurement is up on the screen. We're going to fold that in half, and this is to make his little arms. So we're going to straighten that up and start rolling, stretching it out a little bit just to make the arms a little bit longer. Rolling it into shape there before we felt it down with our 38 star needle, felting in the end of the arm there, just showing you what shape it should look like, just picking out any of the debris so it doesn't damage your needle, felting that into place. It helps again if you roll it and just transfer a little bit of heat in the hands. So it's nearly 3 inches in length. I'll put that down and we'll get a little bit of beige for the hoof, and just a really tiny slither. You don't need too much. Just going to twist it a little bit and keep it at the end of the hand. So just felting that in very lightly and gently, because if you felt too hard, the fibers will come through the other end and the base color will come through. So we'll just want to avoid that by just felting lightly. And it's looking good. That's how it will look once we felt that into place. Make sure that you're happy with your arm and what direction and what angle it's at, and then felt that into place with your 38 star needle. You could also use your multi-needle tool to felt in the base, but just going through the edge as well, felting that on to the body. When you come to the end of the hoof, we're just going to felt that into the love heart as well. That's what it's going to look like. So that's very cute. He's nearly done. So we just need to do the other arm now, and repeating the process for the other side. So once you've felted the second arm into place, this is an optional step, but I like to just cover up the joins with a little bit of chestnut carded wool. It just makes it tidy and a smooth effect. So again, it is optional, but it is quite quick, the process, so I'm just using my multi-needle tool here. So there you go. Your Heartfelt Highland cowl is now complete. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it fun and easy to follow. If you'd like to check out my other tutorials, they are listed on my channel. But for now, stay cozy and creative, my friends. See you.